It looks like I'm live. Fantastic. This is one of the first lives I've done just directly in the YouTube app. And I had to do this first time live uh, because Bitcoin just broke 100K. See if I can get more light this way. Maybe get some light that way. Yeah, so Bitcoin just broke $100,000, 100,000 US fiat dollars. It is incredible. I know I've been making Bitcoin content and talking about this stuff for quite a few years now. And I'm very excited. It's just it's mind blowing. I mean, it was inevitable. It was there. It was knocking on $100,000 door, but it's just kind of cool. And I actually wasn't paying attention. I was in a boxing class, and then I came out and saw a notification on my phone that Bitcoin broke it. And so I think that's pretty neat because a couple weeks ago everyone was waiting in anticipation for Bitcoin to break 100K and it didn't do it. And yeah, I think it's just wild that the assets come this far, and I'm excited for the future. I'm also kind of sad. I always talk about this when Bitcoin price goes up. It's cool because it kind of validates a lot of the things that myself and other people in the community have been saying about Bitcoin. And so that's neat because there's been so much hate on it. There's been um, so much FUD and doubt of its potential, and to see it actually go counter to what the mainstream media and the mainstream commentators have said on it is pretty neat, I think. And it's just a testament to the people that have done the work and understand it. And I think it also gives people a lot of hope for the future. So I think that's really cool. When you really understand it, you realize it can be an asset and a force for good when used appropriately and correctly, or at least in a way that, you know, um, brings prosperity, or with an abundance mindset. So I think that's really cool. But it's broke 100K, and so now what? So quick, a few tips. I'm gonna keep this short because I gotta go to dinner, maybe drink some wine. So do you sell your Bitcoin at 100K? No, never sell your Bitcoin. If you really understand Bitcoin, you recognize that's an asset that you don't really want to sell. It's something that you ideally can hold on to for forever, and because it's only just getting started, and the ability to use it and to take advantage of the purchasing power that's locked away in one Bitcoin now is just going to get easier and easier, and that's just going to increase the value. At least this is my perspective, not financial advice. If you have Bitcoin on an exchange or anything like that, just make sure you have it secure, and make sure you don't have make sure you understand the risks associated with that. Learn self custody. I actually have a link below this video to a course that I put together in collaboration with the Economic Ninja, and it's really just the fundamentals of Bitcoin and crypto. So primarily Bitcoin, because I think that's the one people need to know about the most, but the principles can apply, because my goal is to educate you, give you the tools and resources so you can succeed, and so you can protect your purchasing power and wealth and not lose it and not fall victim to scammers and hackers and all that kind of stuff, and even projects that people said were great and they turn out not to be great. That's why I tell everyone about Bitcoin. And if you could just get a little Bitcoin, I think you'd be better off. And the world would be better off if the more people have Bitcoin and the more people hold it securely and understand some of the values and importance of self-custody. I'm going to be doing a live call tomorrow night for everyone who's enrolled in that course. And we're going to be talking specifically on Bitcoin and self-custody, okay? Your cold storage wallets, why that's important, how to set it up. And I'm gonna be answering a bunch of questions around that, just so you get more clarity and confidence in undertaking that and securing your Bitcoin. Because while 100K is exciting, while the bull market heating up is exciting, in every single other bull market in the past, there's been a lot of euphoria, a lot of excitement, and then there's been disasters with exchanges collapsing and scams and hacks and all this kind of stuff, right? And so one of the things that they say in Bitcoin that you really need to understand if you're listening to this is not your keys, not your Bitcoin. So it's really cool to see, those fiat numbers on the screen, but if you don't have the ability to self-custody that, or it's not self-custodied, you don't actually own access to that asset. And whoever does own access can snap their fingers and take away your access, or conveniently lose it, or maybe they just do bad business practices and they go out of business, which is no good. Which is no good for you. It's no good for them, and it's definitely no good for your Bitcoin. So self custody and understanding that and security is very, very important, especially at these price levels. One more thing before I tune off for the evening is don't announce how much Bitcoin you have. Be very discreet. Discretion is important. I know I talk about Bitcoin, but you never hear me talk about how much Bitcoin I have. You know, in fact, you know, I may have lost it all in a boating accident. That's a common phrase people say, and they talk about, and they mention, right? Because it's just a general best practice not to express how many numbers or what the numbers are of Bitcoin you have, or the dollar amount, or where you keep it, or how you store it. Be intentionally vague, be very discreet. Don't publicly say, this is how much Bitcoin I have. I have people email me sometimes and they tell me exactly how much money they have in things. And I'm like, I don't want this information. Don't put that out there. Don't write it on there, because you don't know who's watching on the internet. And so you don't want to put an unnecessary target on yourself. Because if someone is going to target someone when it comes to their Bitcoin or crypto holdings, they'll go to the people that are bragging about how much they have. They're posting screenshots of their accounts. So don't go do that. Don't go announcing how much you have, how little you have. People, you know, other ways people do this is they'll say, oh, I got in when Bitcoin was this price, or I got in this year for Bitcoin. Just be rather vague when you say those things, even to your friends and family. Don't express more information than you absolutely need to. I think that's very, very important, because but the final thing, final thing is, because Bitcoin is one of those assets that you can truly own, right? If you set it up and secure it appropriately, it's one of those things that you can actually take to your grave should you want to, and should you decide that that's how you want to do it. Like, but just by memorizing those 12 to 24 words, you can hold all of your Bitcoin in your mind, and no one else can take it from you, which is a pretty cool concept. It's a scary concept, but it's a pretty cool concept when you really think about that. So I want you, if you're watching this video, be excited, right? The future is bright, but also know that, you know, fortune favors the bold, but also favors the prepared. So, are properly paranoid. There's probably a saying that, saying about that, but just be properly paranoid, and make sure you set your Bitcoin up securely, and that you understand self-custody, especially as these prices rise. And I expect that they'll go higher. Of course, not financial advice, but I'm in for the ride, and hope you are too. So anyways, hope you got value out of this video. If you want to support the channel, support my work, if you want to learn more about Bitcoin, the ins and outs of how to buy it, like how, you know, the education, what it is, how to buy it, where to buy it, how to sell it, how to send it, and how to secure it, like how to set up cold storage, click the link below in the description. There's a course, it's $100, and it's one I've collaborated on with the Economic Ninja on. And it teaches all the information. And then I'm having a live call on Thursday, I think December 5th. And we're gonna be talking about self-custody and cold storage for Bitcoin and other crypto assets, because it's applicable. Because my goal is to educate you, inform you, and make you prepared. So anyways, that's it, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace. Well, I'll figure out how to end this live. There we go. There's the button.